I'm so upset. Everyone's saying they can't come to the movie because they don't want to see a cat die. The cat will not die. No. Just her spirit, just the character's spirit, but she will get a little back. The cat will survive.
Well, Eva, so nice to meet you, first of all, and congratulations on this film. I watched it a few days ago, and I just thought, like, the direction, writing, it's crazy that you had your hands in every single aspect and you were starring in it. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, I loved the character of Agnes. She was so fun to watch, and I'm honestly wondering what the inspiration was for this story, and if it was, you know, anything like personal to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very personal story, and yeah, I wrote it to really focus on what the experience of trying to heal from something like this is. Right. Not about the violence itself, but I really wanted to focus on the time afterwards when a person can feel really stuck and not know how to unstick themselves from that stuck feeling. So that was really the inspiration for wanting to write it. And thank you. I really had such a profoundly healing time playing Agnes, honestly. And in terms of what people take away from it, like, in a lot of ways, I hope people find the film when it's the right time for them, like no rush. And I think my hope would be that people feel a little less lonely, but you know, it's the kind of film that if it's time for you to see it, you should see it, but if it's not, take your time, we'll be there.
Well, I'm glad it sounds like, I love how you put that. I'm glad it sounds like it was a kind of a cathartic experience. Definitely. for you too. Yes. I loved Agnes and Liddy's friendship.
Thank you.
I love Naomi Ackie.
She's insanely
Oh my God,
talented.
Blink twice, Mickey 17, she's incredible.
I mean, she can do anything.
She can do anything, but I love that she was the ultimate bestie and really ultimately Agnes's like #1 ally. So just talk about like working with her and how close you guys, you know, became during filming.
Well, like I met her in a meeting on a Zoom, and it was like instantly, I feel like I fell in love with her. She's so warm, so kind, so smart, so thoughtful, just like a burst of energy. And I was like, that is what we need. And then we read together and it felt sort of like fireworks. Like we had this chemistry that felt like it brought out all this like really special stuff in me, and I felt like she became the sunlight to like the moon that I was bringing, and it was just this really special experience to read with her for the first time. And then on set, honestly, she is so easy to be around. She's so kind to everyone and just like effortlessly funny and warm and perfect. And so it was a real joy to work with her. And we did all the friendship scenes up top at the beginning of the shoot. It was just us for a couple weeks, so we got to really get to know each other, and she just brings such a light to the film.
Yeah, and I loved your chemistry with Lucas. Like
Thank you.
He's so fun, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but I love the scene at the end where Agnes is running to his house. I was dying laughing. Talk about working with him, and how did you pick him as kind of her love, you know, interest in this film? Did you guys do any type of chemistry read?
Not with him. With him, I wrote him a letter saying, please be in my film.
Amazing.
I think you're like this, like I always think of Gavin as, who's the character he plays, as this like little sweet harmless lamb, like little just like a little puppy or something, and it was so exciting to work with him because I had been such a fan for so long, and I just admired how he worked, and he's so intense about the work. Like he really has a really high standard for himself, and I was so honored to be in scenes with him, and he really elevated the material by asking a lot of questions about why the character does things, and he came for the last week of the shoot, so we were kind of in the dregs of the shoot. We were like going, and he brought this real life to the shoot, and he's just, everyone who meets him just falls in love with him. He's just such a warm guy. So he really infuses the film with a levity and with just a sweetness.
Yeah, no, he seems really sweet. I really loved the editing choice of showing the advisor's home, and as the day goes on into night, like it's really haunting. You know something bad is happening. Talk about that editing choice, because the audience were focusing on the house and how it does those, like, it's like has those 3 different shots. The editing choice was just so beautifully done, I thought.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wrote the script I always had in mind while writing the script that we never go in the house. It's always, we're on the door, and in the script it's just like, we're on the door. It's a blue hour, we're on the door, we wait. And it always just felt like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to put my audience through that. That's not even what this film's about. This film is about what's gonna happen after this. And I think, there's been no option that we ever went in the house. I think in the way that sometimes in that kind of trauma, one dissociates to the point of not even being in their body. I kind of wanted us to be in the experience of out of body, like we're just on the house, time is moving, but in a way that doesn't make exact sense. I kind of wanted to evoke the feeling of the experience versus seeing the actual devastation of the violence itself. And I wanted the film to sort of believe in the idea that what Agnes says in the bathtub is what happens. We don't need proof to see it. We believe her because that's what she says.
I wanted to ask about the inspiration for the title, Sorry Baby, and how that kind of plays into the final scene of the film, which I thought was so sweet. Nice. Just like, I'm like, am I getting baby fever? Like, I was like, it's so sweet. I mean,
that's a perfect baby.
Yeah, that baby was so perfect, by the way. Great actor too. Yes,
he's a star.
Oh my god, amazing. Yeah. So just talk about the inspiration for the title and kind of how that plays into the final scene.
Yeah, I think the title, in the way that the film is trying to balance this on this tightrope of tone, like funny and serious. I think the title is sort of meant to be this sort of, it's furthering that tonal shifting ability of the film. But yeah, I think the title is never said in the film, but I think it takes the whole watch of the film to understand what the title means. And it can mean a lot of things. And I remember after I wrote it, I always think naming your movie is sort of the reward after you wrote it, and I always give myself the gift of now we get to name this. And I remember I was just writing all these different title options, and I remember seeing this one and being like, okay, that's it, that's what it has to be. So there was also something kind of just intuitive about this feels like the right title for the film. But yeah, I do think it makes sense at the very end, maybe.
Yeah, no, I think it makes perfect sense. I kind of took it where you were saying, you're born innocent into this world and no one can really fully protect you. So it's kind of like a sorry baby when the baby's born. I thought it was...
That's really good.
Okay,
let's go with
that. Great, okay. I love that you posted Nothing Happens to the Cat.
No, I'm so upset. Everyone's saying they can't come to the movie because they don't want to see a cat die. The cat will not die. Okay, no. Just her spirit, just the character's spirit, but she will get a little back. The cat will survive. Nothing bad ever happens to the cat. Yes. You see it older, you see it young. Cat's good.
Yes. Well, I'm wondering, do you think, I'm such an animal lover, and my best friend is too, we're so sensitive to that stuff. Do you think that movies should always disclose if something's going to happen?
It's a good question.
For one of the animals.
It's interesting. I mean, the thing about when you see an animal hurt in a movie, I find it very devastating, but the animal isn't hurt in real life, except for Apocalypse Now, but that's another thing. So I'm kind of you're good. I promise these animal wranglers are so invested in the wellness of those animals, it's almost difficult. So you're good, all the animals are fine. But I do think it's really bad to see an animal die, especially I feel like there's a lot of horse stuff. Guns and horses, and that to me is really bad.
And The Last of Us stresses me out.
The little clickers, nightmares for days. No, but you know what? Movies are amazing because they're not real. Yeah. So it's cool. But maybe they should disclose. I don't know. But would you ever go see a movie if you knew? No.
I know.
Whatever.
So yeah, but I
know. I'm figuring it out.
I like it. No, I do like that because I was that everyone sees that photo of you holding the baby cat, the little cat.
I know now it says sorry baby on it, and I'm like, oh no,
no,
there's a real implication.
No, that's why I love you put it on your Instagram.
I'm spreading the word.
Yeah,
that would be.
We're gonna spread the word when the movie's
That's the title. No issue with cats.
Yeah, sorry baby, nothing happens to cat.
Seriously.
A24 is such a vibe vibe. One of my favorite studios, honestly. When you tell someone you're going to see an A24 film, it's like, ooh, like there's, you know that it's just going to be good.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing that they, you know, picked up your film and you got to work with them. I'm honestly curious, I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but do you have a 4 favorite A24 films?
Oh my god, you didn't even prepare me.
Well, I mean, like Midsommar,
Yes.
Ex Machina.
I love Ex Machina.
Ex Machina is amazing.
Fabulous film.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I love Friendship.
Oh,
have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, that's
It's all right.
fabulous movie coming up.
Okay,
Yes.
it comes out in a couple weeks here.
Yes, I saw it at TIFF and there was a midnight screening and I think I've never seen people laugh as hard.
Oh my god.
So yes, Friendship is great.
Did you see Baby Girl?
I did, yes, it was
Oh,
amazing.
That's one of my faves.
I'm trying to think of like the old ones.
And did you see Warfare recently
I did
came
see
out?
Warfare.
See, that one
Well,
was...
that-
And Alex Garland in general is
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
What else am I thinking?
Well, I'm thinking of all these titles that aren't A24, which is really bad.
I know. I know.
love
That's-
Lady Bird.
Hereditary.
Yeah, Hereditary.
Yes.
Lady Bird is, I think, like their #1 on Rotten Tomatoes. Like everyone loves, and of course, Lucas is in that too.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I keep trying to say Manchester by the Sea, but I don't think that's A24.
No,
Sorry.
close though.
I'm like Nosferatu. That's not A24.
I know. Oh my god, I'm
I'm
obsessed. That was one of my top 10 films last year. It was so much fun.
This is so
chatting.
fast.
I know it was so much fun chatting with you, Ava.
Moonlight.
Moonlight. Oh, Moonlight. See, I know. I had the list in my head.
After Sun.
After oh
Alder
my God.
Road's Taste of Salt.
Oh my! Oh, see,
Okay.
So I haven't seen Taste of Salt After Sun though with Paul. Paul is like one
Yes.
of
You should
our
see that. You haven't
faves.
seen it?
I've seen After Sun, not
Alder Roads. You should see that.
okay.
Beautiful. It's like a meditative. It's a meditation on like love and grief and
Oh
time.
my god, amazing.
Family.
Okay, see, you named a bunch.
Well, it took me like 5 minutes. I had to go through Nosferatu impression to get to Moonlight. but I did
Amazing,
it.
but you made it.
Yes.
Yes, it was so much fun chatting with
So
you.
nice talking to you.
Yeah, I'm so excited for audiences to see Sorry Baby. It was absolutely spectacular work. I'm glad it was a cathartic experience for you. Thank you, Ava. I appreciate
nice to
your
meet
time.
you.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you have like an internal clock? Like, how did you know?